pretty clear that the East is wide open. We all see that. Giannis, not having a co-star, Damian Lillard, torn Achilles, Jason Tatum, the Celtics, he's had a torn Achilles. He should be back a little sooner because his injury was a little, sooner than the other guys. Maybe Damian Lillard, beats him in the rehab process. But the Boston Celtics just traded Kristaps Porzingis and Drew Holiday, two pivotal pieces on their team. Simons is nice. They just also got Niang, the minivan. We'll see how he does in Boston. Halliburton on the Pacers tore his Achilles. That was the team that, that went all the way to the NBA Finals out the East. They're not going to be the same team next season. So you have three teams dealing with players, their top players, dealing with the torn Achilles. So that opens a lot of leeway, a lot of room for a team like the Orlando Magic. They capitalized off that. Franz Wagner, Paolo Banchero, these are two guys that are a nice duo in the NBA. Paolo Banchero, he's a top 15 player in the NBA. Could be top 10. He was drawing LeBron comparisons and stuff, but he is really fucking good. We just don't get to see him as much as these other stars. He averaged 30 in the playoffs. Every game against Boston was competitive. He's getting better and better offensively. This is an all-NBA caliber player. Franz Wagner is somebody that's a solid Robin. 24 points per game last season. Great number two option. And he had 20, I think he had 25 in the playoffs. Improved his play in the playoffs. So him and Paolo, they have great chemistry. They play well together. Mosley is a great coach. He could be coach of the year. If the Orlando Magic take a huge jump, which this year I think they will, that's my favorite to be coach of the year. I think the Magic could be a top 3 seed. So you have those two guys. You didn't have any three-point shooting around them. You didn't have too many scorers. I mean, Cole Anthony was your third best scoring option. Jalen Suggs was hurt for majority of the season, but he's not an elite scorer. Great defender, all NBA defender. One of the best defensive guards in the NBA. But you didn't have that shooting that you need alongside Franz and Paolo. Now you add Desmond Bane, who's an elite shooter, one of the best catch-and-shoot shooters. Desmond Bane shot 60% from the field off ball, shot 52% from three off screens. He will create so much space for Paolo and Franz. Franz and Paolo will get one-on-one matchups with Desmond Bane because you can't let him come off screens and shoot because he's lethal. And Desmond Bane is a gritty defender. He's going to bring that veteranship. He's going to be that, leader, that guy that's frisky, dominates. And he's showed up in the playoffs too. Desmond Bane has been decent in the playoffs. He's going to add to this team being better defensively. He's going to add to this team already being one of the better defensive teams in the NBA and also provide that scoring punch that is needed. KCP, you get rid of him, really didn't need him, got off his contract. That's why you give up so many first-round picks. I don't really hate the trade for the Magic. I thought they fleeced the Grizzlies getting Desmond Bane, who's 26 years old, fits the timeline, already is on contract, fits the timeline with Franz and Paolo. So I think they have the pieces needed. Wendell Carter Jr., obviously you want to upgrade the center position, but I really like how this team looks. Your top four, you still have Jonathan Isaac too as a really good defensive four, could guard multiple positions, shot blocker, can shoot threes. Wendell Carter, probably need to upgrade that center position, but Jalen Suggs, Desmond Bane are going to put guards in hell. Franz, Paolo, that four is nasty. Jace Richardson off the bench too. Anthony Black, Franz Wagner's brother too off the bench, who's going to be healthy. He was out for the season with a leg injury. He's a nice piece off the bench. Very, pivotal role player. They got some young players that could take that next leap too. So I really like where this team is at. I think they could be a top 3 seed in the East at the very least. They'll be in the top 3. And this is a team that we'll look, at the Eastern Conference Finals. We'll be like, I'm not surprised that they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals. Nobody has an answer for Paolo. I haven't seen anybody stop him consistently. He's always gotten his. He's always getting buckets. Franz elevating his play, being somebody that can give you 20 in the playoffs is huge. Desmond Bane, we know what he's going to provide you in the playoffs. Jalen Suggs, if he's healthy, he's a nightmare defensively. A really good rotational player. Franz Wagner's brother. Jace Richardson could be that, 6-man, giving you double-digit points. Anthony Black is that rotational guard. Desmond Bane, that third option, that's a bucket. And then you have your number one option, Paulo Banchero, and Franz Wagner as your number 2. So watch out for the Orlando Magic. They're going to be dangerous next year. They, like I said, improve the center position, add more shooting. Let's make some more moves, and this Magic team be could be a favorite out the East.
Some people thought the NFC North was going to be the worst division in football this season. They thought it was going to be as bad as the NFC South.